everyone, this is Dr. Nisha Najmuddin. The topic of discussion for the day is what is Producer Price Index and GDP Deflator. In the previous video, we already discussed regarding Wholesale Price Index and Consumer Price Index. These are actually the most important indicators in order to measure inflation. Having said that, Wholesale Price Index, using that we measure inflation by taking into consideration only the price of goods at wholesale level. Whereas in Consumer Price Index, the value of both goods and services is taken into consideration in order to measure inflation at a consumer or at a retail level. And we all know that in our country, India today, Consumer Price Index is considered to be the most important indicator to measure inflation. Why? Because it reflects the real living standard of the population. Having said that, another important indicator to measure inflation is Producer Price Index. This Producer Price Index is often confused with Wholesale Price Index because both producers and wholesalers, the term gets a similarity. Having said that, Producer Price Index is nothing but it measures the average change in the price of both goods and services from the producer level, or let's say from the point of view of the producers. In Producer Price Index, what is a change in the price of goods and services that the producer is receiving by selling his good commodity or his services in the market, or whether he is exporting. So that is called as Producer Price Index in simple terms. The selling price that the producer receives by selling his commodity that is used to calculate inflation using the index called as Producer Price Index. Now, your WPI and PPI, they may look similar, but in WPI, the major criticism is that it do not take into consideration the value of services. Whereas in PPI, it do take into consideration what? The value of not only goods but also services. Now, producers and wholesalers, they may or may not be similar. Sometimes certain producers, they become what? They become wholesalers. Whereas in certain other cases, it is not necessary that the producer himself or herself will be the wholesalers. That is also another important point to be understood. For example, I am producing a cotton sari in my factory. So now when I produce the cotton sari in the factory as a producer, I will not be charging indirect taxes for that because it is produced at the factory itself. Having said that, Producer Price Index excludes or it do not take into consideration something called as indirect taxes while calculating what? This inflation using PPI, that is Producer Price Index. And some countries slowly and gradually started accepting Producer Price Index as the most important indicator to measure inflation. They tried replacing Wholesale Price Index, but it did not work out for them on a greater level. For example, USA, UK, all these countries, and also majority of the OECD countries, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. India also tried, but then India did not find PPI to be that suitable or comfortable compared to WPI and CPI. Having said that, this Producer Price Index is technically considered to be more superior than Wholesale Price Index for two reasons. One is Producer Price Index does not include double counting, whereas in Wholesale Price Index, there is a possibility of what? Double counting of commodities. And now Producer Price Index takes into consideration the value of not only goods but also services, which the WPI does not take into consideration. So that is the reason why PPI is considered to be technically superior than WPI. So this is what you should know with regard to PPI. Having said that, the next most important indicator of inflation is GDP deflator. Now, what is GDP? We all know that it is nothing but one of the most important indicator of national income. And GDP is what? The value of all final goods and service that is produced within where? The domestic territory or within the geographical territory for a period of 1 year, irrespective of nationality. In the very first video of this particular series, we already discussed what is GDP, right? You can revise that video as well, those who have not gone through that, by clicking the playlist of this particular video. Having said that, what is deflator? Deflator means decrease the value of something, right? So now GDP deflator, by including something, the value of GDP becomes less. So now this GDP deflator is considered to be another important indicator to measure inflation. And this is considered to be one of the best indicator to measure inflation, even though we have something called as consumer price index, because consumer price index is normally considered to be the best measure because it measures what? The price of goods and services at a retail or consumer level. Now, in the CPI, in the previous video, we saw that it includes only certain basket of items or certain group of items in the list of CPI. And the weightage for food and fuel is more in CPI compared to WPI or any other index. Having said that, what all goods and service is excluded from consumer price index is also included while calculating what? GDP deflator. In simple term, using GDP deflator to measure inflation, the value of all final goods and services, including those goods and services which do not come under what? The basket of items of consumer price index, are taken into consideration to calculate inflation. So now, having said this, don't you think so? GDP deflator is a broader concept compared to CPI? Yes, but then we cannot accept GDP deflator as the best indicator to measure inflation. Why? For two reasons. One is, it is always difficult to get data for GDP on a monthly basis. Just before I told you the definition. GDP is calculated how? Yearly. And in our country, India, GDP data is calculated on a quarterly and yearly basis. Having said that, inflation is calculated on a monthly basis. For example, the inflation in the month of October, it was 9.2%. The inflation in the month of September, November, it is 10.8%. So every month we keep on calculating the inflation rate in order to understand whether we are increasing or decreasing in inflation. In GDP deflator, it is difficult to get what? The data pertaining to GDP on a monthly basis. That is one of the biggest disadvantage of not considering GDP deflator as what? As the best indicator to measure inflation, because it consists of every goods and services that is not covered under CPI basket of goods as well. Having said that, this GDP deflator, it only takes into consideration the newly domestically produced goods within a country to measure what? To measure inflation, because the keyword GDP is coming. Now, we also purchase goods from other countries. In our country, we also import goods, right? So now, imported goods comes under what category? If you see, imported goods are taken into consideration to measure CPI. Consumer price index involves imported goods as well, which means most of the imported goods and services are used for consumption purpose by the consumer. So automatically, when it is used by the consumers, it do come under what? The consumer price index. So this is a prelims point of view keyword as well. CPI includes imported goods to measure inflation, whereas GDP deflator do not consist of imported goods. Why? Because it is not produced within our country. That is why the keyword GDP is given here. Whereas it consists of what? Only the newly produced, domestically produced goods and services. So these are the major points of differences between CPI and GDP deflator. Having said that, this GDP deflator, what happens if GDP deflator is equal to 1? If GDP deflator is equal to 1 means there is no change in the level of general prices. It is the same. It is constant. What happens if GDP deflator is greater than 1? If it is greater than 1 means then there is an increase in the general level of prices. This is the application of what? GDP deflator and inflation. Is it clear? I hope these concepts are crystal clear for you people. So out of all the 4 indicators to measure inflation, starting from wholesale price index, consumer price index, producer price index and GDP deflator, Consumer Price Index is considered to be the best measure for our country, India, and we use CPI since 2016 to measure inflation. We also have WPI, but compared to Wholesale Price Index, CPI is very, very important. And we do have PPI, but we don't calculate what Producer Price Index to measure inflation. And we also have what? GDP deflator. But because of its limitations, we are unable to even use it as what? The best measure to calculate inflation. I hope this topic is crystal clear for all of you. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to put your feedbacks via the comment box. Stay tuned for more such videos. In the next video, I'll be coming up with the concepts related to inflation in a quick and simplified manner. Thank you and Jai Hind.